Hello! This is a game in my tier 7 Japanese battleship, the Nagato, or Nagato, however you want to say it. I'm in this game with two of my clan mates in Division. They're both in Mayhands. I haven't done a video for a while because I've been speccing up my new laptop and trying to get that sorted, which has had a few teething issues, like my voice recorder in my editing software doesn't work anymore for some reason. But hopefully I've figured a way around it. And this game is a bit slow to get started, but you'll see what happens towards the end. Now, just trying to get some long range hits into anything I can sort of target at the moment. Trying to support this flanking attack. Got both my teammates spotting for me and my hands in front. That's Cleveland unfortunately turned away as I fired, so none of those shells were hit. Do like the Nagato. It's got great guns. 410mm guns do back quite a punch when they hit. It was the first 410mm gun battleship you could get until they released the Mutsu, which is a tier 6 premium. It's got the same guns. It's the sister ship to the Nagato, I believe, and they put it in tier 6 because it's in a pre-modification configuration because the Mutsu detonated in port. Anyway, just pulling around here. Got a friendly team up ahead, laying some smoke for us and spotting. Try and get some shots into these battleships as they come around. It's New York. He's a bit stuck for anywhere to go because he's got torpedoes coming in. He's having to slow down to avoid them, but it means he's giving a lovely flat side to me. So I'm going to get some nice damage into him. However, it does seem that our entire team has gone round this side, so it's left our other flank completely exposed, and that's going to come around and bite us in a minute. Plenty of warning on those torps because we've got friendly ships ahead of us. Try and get some shots into that Cleveland. Always nice to see a broadside cruiser when you've got guns like these.
Target penetrated.
Lovely amount of damage there. So now turning round, we see the threat to the base, and Nagato is a good ship, but it's anything but fast. It is a battleship after all. So speed things up a little bit. Try and get a few shots into that Cleveland. It's beached itself. Got plenty of early warning on these torpedoes to avoid them. Next to Knuckles over there. And some more broadside shots. This time on an Unison now. Now, we are actually being capped now, so trying to make it back as quickly as I can without hitting those torps. Got some support, but most of the team seems quite oblivious to it, or can't react. They're engaged themselves. So get some more shots into this Unison now. I'm sailing broadside onto him as well, but I need to get back as fast as possible. Try and defend the cap. While I'm at it, I'll do some nice damage to that battleship. Seeing as that Cleveland is also sailing nice and flat on, I'll try and get some shots into him to get rid of him. Get quite nasty late in the game. But this is where RNG doesn't like me. And it's only one overpen that does 1,000 damage. Starting to take some fire because I'm quite flat on compared to that Bayern. Side the Cleveland's not worth looking at the moment, and the Unison now starts to turn in, so I'll choose the better target and get some shots into that flat on New Mexico behind him. And when he pops back up again, you'll see that I've taken a lovely chunk off his health. Now Unison going broadside on again, which for these guns is not a great idea. Take another chunk off him. The destroyer in the cap, however, is not liking my approach, so I do eat one of the torpedoes from him, but it doesn't cause any flooding. Now the other reason an Eisenhower would be presenting that much broadside is if he's torpedoing. And sure enough, here comes the torps from him, however they don't have the range to get to me. More shots into the Eisenhower. Fortunately I take a big hit there from him, but I've managed to get into the cap. Secondaries start lighting up the Unison now. That friendly destroyer has got things well in hand, even without the shots I'm firing. Now, friendly cruiser's getting into a bit of trouble there. He's charging straight into the smoke, and he gets taken out by the. I thought it was the destroyer. Appears to be another cruiser. It's a problem with watching this on a preview screen, you can't really see. However, did take out that Cleveland, which was a nice one. My secondaries are now unloading on that enemy destroyer. It's throwing some torpedoes into the Bayern. And at this range, you can't really miss, even with battleship dispersion. And those 410mm shells will hurt anything they hit, even if they overpen. I'm a bit cheeky here and use the Bayern as a torpedo break. All my secondaries are lighting up that destroyer. Which gets me the close quarters expert. Now for some reason, battleships on the enemy team do seem to like going flat onto me in this game, which is probably how I managed to rack up the damage I did. That New Mex has got a lot more health than I've got, and yet he just seems to be content to sit there broadside on and take a paddle in after paddle in from my large guns. So I nose in, try and angle as best I can against these. As you saw there, it didn't really do much damage to me compared to the amount that I'm farming on him as he's sailing on his lovely flat side. It's 4 guns versus 12, but the amount of broadside is showing. Unfortunately, the rest of my team seems to have disappeared. It's now only me and a cruiser left against 5 enemy ships. However, soon to remedy that fact by deleting this new mechs. That's the cap safe for the minute. And try and get some support to the allied Bajoni up there. They're 2 against 4. See that Grush Bay coming round. Again, he's flat on. Try and get some shots into him, but as I fired, he just starts to turn away. And now it's 1 against 4. Cleveland, a Grush Bay, Lebrick Mass, and a Congo versus a low health Nagato. Let's see what we can do. Grush Bay starts to turn and goes unsighted. Throw a couple of shots out to see what happens. And then get my nose around so his Congo doesn't have my flat side. Oh look. That's a nice bit of luck there. So 3 against 1. Repairing what health I can, but it's really not a lot at this stage. Unfortunately, can't repair most of the AP damage you take. That knife's now hit me quite hard. I already racked up quite a decent score here. Got 4 kills and 154k damage, which is respectable for a tier 7 battleship. We'll see how far we can push it. And the Congo makes a mistake of swinging round to get his rear guns to shoot. However, the Congo really doesn't have the same armour as the Nagato. It's a tier 5 versus tier 7. Whereas I can risk it a little bit, he really can't. And again, he's swinging round, giving me a lot of his broadside to shoot at. That dispersion was horrible. Now I'm starting to take fire from the Cleveland. And he's going to be a right issue. Clevelands do love setting battleships on fire. Got torpedoes coming in that were spotted by my fighter that I launched. They're going to miss by miles. Now closing the distance on his Congo, and my secondaries are lighting up. There's the Confederate award to go with the high caliber and the close quarters I got earlier. The destroyer's now spotted as well. He's trying to set me on fire. Exposed quite a large bit of my side here, but I can't afford that destroyer to torpedo me. And this is where the Congo does something very strange. Closes the range and then turns side on. And that's a paddling if I ever saw it. And there's me Kraken Unleashed. It's now at this point where my luck completely deserts me and RNG just decides to hate. Because that's a German destroyer and they do take quite considerable damage from AP shells. So one shell would be able to severely damage or even kill this destroyer. And yet every single one of those missed. And I had my division mates on TeamSpeak commenting on every single missed shot at this point, while I'm trying to desperately stay alive and hit this destroyer, and again missed. I've got the Cleveland behind me, which would be an easier target to hit, but I have to focus the destroyer if I can, because he can just go undetected and stealth taunt me. Unfortunately it's not to be. I'm now on fire 3 times, so I've not got the health, I've not got the repair. That's 179k damage with a Kraken unleashed, and if you look at the experience score, I actually gained 200 more experience than the top player on the winning team. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you next time.